Welcome to Asian American Life. I'm Ernabel Demillo. In our summer fun edition, I'm taking you to some of New York City's hotspots, including right here at MoMA PS1. Did you know they have one of the largest collections of contemporary art? And this summer, they're featuring Filipina artist Pasita Abad. Known for her massive quilted paintings, the exhibition of Filipino-American artist Pasita Abad celebrates her 32-year artistic career. While Abad died in 2004, the push for her artwork to a global audience brought on new appreciation over the past years.
I think Pasita Abad was really ahead of her time when she was working. A bulk of the work in the show is from the 90s, some works from the late 80s, painting what she was seeing on her travels around the world. So many of these images are of Cambodian refugees. And then she developed this technique of making these images into textiles called her trapuntos. You know, collages, different imagery, different materials into these pieces.
After escaping the dictatorship of President Ferdinand Marcos in the 1970s, Abad sought to give voice to political refugees like herself through her work, sending a message that artists should use their brush to raise awareness and be socially responsible. It's quite impressive art, and if you can, you have to see it in person. Now, here's a look at what's ahead on our show. Move over, sweet potato. Ube is the hippest and hottest tuber. Plus, we have the scoop on South Asian ice cream. Kanto Pop comeback. We visit one bar that spins Hong Kong pop music. Rice Blossoms modernizes Korean desserts. Plus the dog days of summer and ethical source pet store. This and more on Asian American Life. Ube, the Filipino purple yam, was just named the flavor trend of 2024, so I had to do a little taste test. It was standing room only at Baonanas HQ. As a DJ spun beats in the backyard, a line of people waited outside. So why did all these folks pack a small Jersey City dessert shop?
It is a two-day celebration to celebrate the beloved ube, the purple yam.
That's right, people from near and far came out to celebrate the ube, a purple vegetable with deep roots in Filipino cooking. And I'm not exaggerating when I say far, and I'm not talking about folks who crossed the Hudson River to New Jersey.
Do you guys like the edge pieces? Yeah. Let's go.
Michael Williams and his ube-infused Salamat cookies flew in from Indiana. He also came mic'd up.
It just really celebrates our culture, and it's so exciting to look at and eat because it's bright purple.
The event was organized by James Oreste, founder of the Long Beach Ube Festival. And that's Long Beach, California.
We're really trying to bring everyone together and celebrate Filipino culture as well as Filipino food, especially ube. And we're here out in Jersey, originally out in Long Beach, California, and we do it all over the nation from Midwest to now New Jersey.
Ube is having a culinary moment with a 250% growth in ube-flavored products since 2018. The word ube is Filipino for purple yam, native to Southeast Asia, and not to be confused with the purple sweet potato. It has long been a popular ingredient in Filipino desserts, served at family parties and ube-flavored ice cream. But these days you'll find ube everywhere, infused in cakes, cookies, noodles, even burgers. It's gone mainstream at your local Trader Joe's, and ube festivals are popping up all over the country. This year, an industry trade publication declared ube the flavor trend of 2024. For the uninitiated,
Yes.
what does ube taste like?
Ooh, I would say that ube, for someone that's never tried ube before, I would say ube, it's almost nutty. It's a little bit like a notes of like a dark chocolate, I guess you would say. And I think it's something that helps enhance the flavors of vanilla, and it helps, I think, balance out a lot of different flavors, whether you go with something like herby or even with creams too. Yeah, I think it's one of those things that you got to try to really understand. I think I'm doing a terrible job explaining.
He's right, you'll just have to try it. For the Filipino community, it's more than just jumping on a flavor trend. It's about connecting community and generations.
It's just exciting for young folks to connect them back to, our ube. I mean, in the Philippines or even here growing up, we have so much ube that, we just kind of overlooked it. And now that we're changing up recipes for the younger audience and also, bringing back like our older families to see what we could really do with ube, not just sweets, but also savory.
In a way, it's flattering in a way because it's not just Filipino, obviously. I think it's an Asian thing, but really putting forward what ube is all about.
Mark Mantaring opened Purple Dough in Woodside, Queens in 2018 and has since expanded to a much larger space where ube-infused desserts sell like hotcakes. Mantaring's most popular is the ube leche flan.
We did it as an experiment in the store after months of being open already, and for some reason, it just worked. We flip it over, and next thing you know, it's like a half cake, half flan, and the rest is history.
And ube may have been Mantaring's destiny. The baker was born in the Philippines in a town near Manila.
I just found out a couple months ago that I was born in San Pablo City, which is the main city near Laguna, where she gave birth to me and my sisters, which happened to be the ube capital of the Philippines.
And these days, it's the purple yam that is having the last laugh. For Asian American Life, I'm Ernabel Demillo.
I'm Vivian Lee. Nothing quite says summer like ice cream, and there's nothing quite like Malai Ice Cream. The creator of this frozen treat that's handcrafted in Brooklyn serves up the flavors of South Asia in a big way. For example, rose with cinnamon roasted almonds. It's a world of discovery for any ice cream lover. Red chili chocolate, masala chai, cardamom pistachio crumble, apricot mace.
Just seeing the combinations, I'm like, oh, what? And it's just mind-blowing.
Pooja Bavishi created Malai to unite two of her greatest loves, ice cream and the taste of her mom's South Asian cooking.
Like to flavor something super Americana that I grew up with in my suburban North Carolina home on like every summer night with spices that like I was so curious about growing up. I want it to feel as normal and typical to buy a pint and pull a pint of masala chai from your grocery store freezer as it is a pint of strawberry.
Born in Pennsylvania, raised in North Carolina by her parents who immigrated from Gujarat, India, Bavishi loved making desserts as a child and dreamed of her own business. One night, she served homemade ice cream at a dinner party.
And so I flavored these ice creams with Indian spices. And for the first time, my friends who were such beneficiaries of my dessert making, they said that they've never had anything like that before. And I think that really it was this feeling that I had that it felt like me in a product.
Going with her gut, Bavishi churned out more. At the trendy Hester Street Fair in 2015, weeks after earning her MBA from NYU, she sold her first scoop out of a camping freezer. She savors one memory from those hectic days of experimenting while trying to get Malai to take off. A gut check from a customer who had just tried orange fennel.
Fennel is such a ubiquitous flavor in South Asian culture. This lady took the scoop and walked away, and she did a complete about face, complete 180. So I just pulled the money back out. I was like, oh, this orange fennel is not a hit. And she came back and she was just like, I just want to tell you that my grandmother, my Italian grandmother, made orange and anise cookies for me as a child, and I haven't had this flavor since she's passed. So I just wanted to thank you.
Bavishi opened her first brick and mortar in Brooklyn 4 years later. Around the store's first anniversary, the pandemic hit. She pivoted to shipping her ice cream. With a second store opened this year in DC and more ice cream adjacent offerings like kulfi pops, Malai, which means cream of the crop in Hindi and Gujarati, is also available at Whole Foods and through Goldbelly.
So Callie here is pinting.
But it all starts here, Malai's commercial kitchen in Brooklyn. On this day, workers mix a batch of butterscotch butter pecan, also laced with fennel, and a just-finished batch of sea salt vanilla being hand-packed into pints looks like it needs a little sampling.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, right from the batch itself.
Cheers. Oh.
Sorry. I couldn't wait.
Right? Here, have another spoonful.
Oh my God.
Our R&D happens here as well.
Aha, this is R&D? Good looking R&D. What exactly is that?
Ooh, it's a secret. Don't tell Jay.
Wow, okay. Well, at least I know what the secret smells like. All of Malai's products are egg-free. Some flavors, like Spice Peanut Crunch and Passion Fruit Cilantro, are vegan. The butterscotch butter pecan being ready, it too needed some just to be safe sampling. Wow.
Are we gonna? Should we continue?
Speechless. With every spiced scoop, Bavishi hopes Malai enhances people's love for this classic treat, once served by Thomas Jefferson, invented in Asia nearly 2,500 years ago, and rooted in iced desserts dating back to Mesopotamia.
These are flavors and spices that are enjoyed by millions of people around the country, billions of people around the world. Like their kids, they're going to grow up and tell their kids that I went to this shop, Malai, growing up on summer evenings. That's so cool to me. There's no one that doesn't leave our store happy. How wonderful is it to be, not only to be a part of someone's moment of joy for the day, but also be a part of these memories.
For Asian American Life, I'm Vivian Lee.
Mando and Kanto Pop is pop music that took shape in mainland China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and other areas in Asia in the 60s. In recent years, it's had a resurgence in the US, and now there's a bar in New York City paying homage to the musical genre.
Hong Kong artists Leslie Chung, Anita Mui, and Sammy Cheng are just a few of the stars who popularized Kanto Pop around the world.
I do really like this album. So this is Karen Mok. She's actually from Hong Kong, but she was really popular in Taiwan. Actually, majority of her career was in Kanto Pop.
Haoran Chen is one of the co-owners of 929 Bar, a speakeasy hidden behind a secret door inside this Taiwanese takeout joint in Long Island City.
I want people to feel like they're stepping into a time machine.
And into a world of Kanto and Mando Pop, music he grew up listening to in mainland China before moving to Brooklyn when he was just 11 years old.
Making this space is kind of like my way to build my own community and also make sure that people like me can find a space for this type of music too.
Inspired by rock, disco, and ballads of the 1970s, Cantonese pop music sprung out of Hong Kong with the likes of Sam Hui, while Mando Pop rose from Taiwan with songs like The Moon Represents My Heart by Teresa Tang. Mando and Kanto Pop appealed to the more than 88 million Cantonese speakers and more than 1.3 billion Mandarin speakers worldwide, reaching its peak in the late 90s with songs like Fei Wong's cover of Dreams by the Cranberries. Director Wong Kar-wai's films like Chungking Express and In the Mood for Love became the cinematic emblems of the genres. Today, Kanto Pop is making a resurgence in the US, thanks to this recent hit from Mirrors, a 12-member boy band from Hong Kong, and a new generation of Kanto and Mando Pop DJs and music lovers celebrating the feels and sounds of home in public spaces.
When I first moved here, I try to hide these music because I feel embarrassed to listen to, Mandarin and Cantonese pop music. But now I'm just like, this is great. Like, I should share this. Hearing the music that you grew up with in the public space hits differently. It is a cocktail bar, but it's a platform to share culture, to learn about different culture, and to connect with people.
For Asian American Life, I'm Rainer Ramirez.
I'm Kyung Yoon. Korean rice cakes have long been a traditional and beloved part of Korean food culture and celebrations. And now it's exciting to see fresh and modern versions like these as reimagined by the Korean dessert maker Jennifer Bond. Jennifer Bond is the founder and owner of Rice Blossoms, a small business with a big vision of creating elegant and modern Korean desserts that are not only delicious, but beautiful.
Everything I do is actually not something new that I invented or created. You know, Korean desserts has been around forever, Korean rice cakes especially. It's been a tradition that's rooted deeply in our culture. I'm just taking what's already existing and putting a spin to it. Her spin is to create dazzling Korean rice cakes that are delighting a new generation of Korean Americans and non-Koreans as well. This is the rice cupcake. The rice cupcake part is called 백설기 in Korean. This is 송편, and it has honey, brown sugar, and sesame filling inside. And this is called 경단. No filling inside, but it has castella breadcrumbs on the outside, along with matcha and chocolate flavor coated as well. Korean desserts are obviously all based with rice flour. She shared with me some of her tips for making the perfect rice cake in a pumpkin shape. Pumpkin 송편. So we have our rice dough. So all you need is rice flour and water, hot water. So I just knead it, and you get this texture. And you just want to keep kneading. It's a little bit wet. And to get our colors, we're using pumpkin powder, like kabocha powder. You want to just dab some color and put it together and start kneading them again. We have our honey, brown sugar, and sesame seed filling. You want to just take maybe half a teaspoon. Then we're going to gently close it in half. Be gentle so they don't rip or pop. Close it, and then we're gonna roll it back into a ball, but be very gentle. And then you're gonna take the straight edge, and we're gonna draw the creases on the all around. All we need to do is steam it for 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay,
and then you can eat
there we
them right
go.
away.
Cheers. Okay. Jennifer Bond's passion for innovating Korean traditions and bridging cultures is rooted in her own life story and experiences. Born in Korea, she moved as a child to America with her family and was raised mostly in the Midwest. After she married and had children of her own, Jennifer left her previous career in interior design and found a new creative outlet in crafting Korean desserts. I have 2 young girls. They're Korean American. They're proud to be Korean American, especially with the Korean culture becoming really popular. Them seeing what I do, making Korean desserts and sharing with the community, I think has brought them so much joy as well. You seem to enjoy being an ambassador of Korean food. Korean desserts are not very easy to find. They are disappearing, unfortunately, because Korean desserts are high maintenance and it's a lot of work for even older generations to keep making and continuing. But younger generations are kind of moving away from it, which is why I want to be an ambassador and teach more and educate others as well. Jennifer regularly hosts workshops to share her knowledge and demystify the art of making Korean rice cakes. It brought me so much joy that I was able to do something and share with others that not many people really knew about, but they really wanted it in many ways. Let's try it. Okay. And the best part of the interview was tasting the rice cakes we'd made once they came out of the steamer. Cheers. Oh, so good. So good, right? And Jennifer Bond says her vision is for the world to get to know Korean desserts, not as something different, but as something accessible and delicious. I'm Kyung Yoon, Asian American Life.
Dog goods that do good. That's the motto of this Park Slope store that sells handmade dog toys by reusing, remaking, and recycling.
Everything in here, it's either something that we are reclaiming ourselves, it's something that's renewable, it's something that's recyclable.
A green approach to pet products taken by Santos, Agustin, and Jennifer Wong, co-founders of Gone to the Dogs, a boutique that sells ethically made doggy goods located in Park Slope, Brooklyn.
We make pet collars, leashes, and harnesses, but we also offer toys, apparel, and home products for pets. Everything is handmade. We either make it here at our studio or in partnership with women makers around the world.
We wanted it to be ethical, we wanted it to be sustainable, we wanted it to be about our pets.
Santos and I came from the fashion industry where we recognized that the manufacturing process and industry is just it's not transparent at all, and we saw that was the same with the pet industry.
So with their rescue dogs Miles and Ollie as their inspiration, Agustin and Wong started their own ethical dog brand that's completely transparent about who makes their products, where and how they're made, and what they're made from.
We have a lot of programs that we offer in terms of sustainability. One of them is our recycling program, where our toys are made by women in Nepal, but also 100% wool and made of non-toxic dyes. We work with this incredible group of women in Kathmandu that hand makes all of our toys for us. And then we also offer our cut and sew line, which is our bandanas and bow ties that are made in Cambodia. There's several groups that we partner with in Cambodia. All the this line in particular is made from overstock fabrics, so they're all fabrics that are usually would be discarded as well.
And then we also have our sweaters, which are hand knit, hand crocheted by our artisans in Peru. We have our dog baskets that are hand woven by artisans in Ghana. And also our dog bed covers, which are made out of reclaimed hand-loomed vintage sheep's wool rugs from Peru. We have other bandanas by an artisan group in Guatemala, and those are hand-dyed and hand-loomed and 100% cotton.
And when it comes to recycling, these doggy lovers are talking the talk and walking the walk, repurposing rope from local rock climbing gyms to hand-make leashes and collars right in their own store.
Rope that you can no longer use, it usually ends up in landfills, and this is rope that's like 100% polyamide or nylon or what have you, so it's synthetic and it's just going to stay in landfills forever. So we decided that we could use it and we could create our rope program.
We actually used their used rope to create the collars, leashes, and harnesses themselves, so they are not only a recycled item but also a premium product that we bring to the market that is built to last.
These natural, eco-friendly products not only help to save the earth and create jobs for women around the world, but they also give back to our best friends, with a percentage of the proceeds going to rescuing and rehoming dogs in need. Wong and Agustin also run workshops to help their customers upcycle their toys.
We teach people how to take a destroyed toy and either mend it or refelt it into another toy.
A true community effort supporting sustainability.
It's just great to have this location here in Brooklyn where we can also make the products and customers can come in and see us making the products and they know exactly how it's being made, and that's kind of a part of our core mission is to offer transparency, and it's right here at our store.
For Asian American Life, I'm Susan Jun.
That's our show for now. If you can, you must see the Pasita Abad exhibit in person at MoMA PS1. It'll be up until September. And speaking of September, coming up to kick off our new season, we take a look at Asian Americans in the fashion industry. And don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Asian American Life. I'm Ernabel Demillo. Have a great summer.